few days ago, my mother was talking to me about how she was telling her coworkers that I was first in HSCL for Ultimate Smash. Yes, Ultimate Smash because, come on, it's my mother. Nobody knew what HSCL was, and when my mom said that it was some eSports thing for high school, they were so confused. So what is an esport? Well, Wikipedia says that eSports is a form of competition using video games. Most commonly, eSports takes the form of organized, multiplayer video game competitions, particularly between professional players individually or as teams. So basically competitive video games. But wait, something's not right. Esports are possibly one of, if not the most frowned upon, competitive events that are similar to sports. We're not including things like black market gambling or whatever, but rather we're including things like competitive poker. This is because of how seemingly every adult sees video games as either guns and violence, or guns, violence, and sex. Games like GTA and Call of Duty enter their minds instantly. But that's not esports. Sure, we might play games like Call of Duty and other first-person shooters, but that's it. We aren't shooting people on stage, the competitors aren't throwing hands at each other, and we sure as hell aren't having sex out there. None of that is esports. Esports is a competition, not that. And we haven't even gotten past the first-person shooters. We haven't discussed yet how not every video game is a first-person shooter, and how not every esport is a first-person shooter. My favorite game series, Super Smash Bros. By Nintendo, is an esport. But no adults ever think about Ultimate Smash. They think about Call of Duty, and violence, and sex, and you understand where I'm going with this, right? Video games are misrepresented by games like GTA, and terrifying stories of how this GTA video game made this woman's son go delinquent. This story goes viral on news networks and social media. The adults only see the worst side of video games. They are far too ignorant to put in any effort to see the good side. They also think about how these video games rot away the children's brains, which can happen, but once again, they inappropriately label video games as GTA and yada yada. There's apparently a study done in Montreal detailing this, where they had some people play violent first-person shooter games, and the other play Mario games, for 90 hours total. The results were that, yeah, the first-person shooter games can damage our brains, but the Mario games apparently have positive effects, including improved spatial awareness and memory, and the first-person shooter games did the inverse of reducing those. In short, not all video games are blood and sex, and not all video games hurt your son. Esports are competitions where we play the video game, but quite possibly don't represent the game's intent or theme. Basically, the people who play Call of Duty don't want to kill. The first-person shooter people do not want to shoot people and kill. They want to win the video game. Stop stereotyping us, stop judging us incorrectly. Moving on. There's been a question that I've heard a lot around me, being, are esports actually sports? The answer to this depends on how we define sport. If you look it up on Google, it says, an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. By this definition, heck yes, esports is sports. Physical exertion being the controller, like a controller, keyboard, mouse, etc. Skill being skill. And there are definitely teams, there are definitely individuals, and of course, esports are entertaining to watch. Esports and sports are both competitions, and with that comes stories. Stories of Babe Ruth and Magic Johnson, of Muhammad Ali only losing one fight by knockout. Stories of Sonic Fox and Neffen, of Zero having his 56 tournament win streak before being taken out by Nairo at MLG 2015. In this way, esports are no different than sports. They're the same drama, the same close call games, the same stories. Esports are not yet being respected enough, despite them being practically the same thing as sports, except focusing more on the mental battle than the physical one. And in most games, both are tremendous and require serious amounts of effort and dedication, just like a sport. Now, about me. When I think of a sport, or the word sport, and then think of esports, honestly, I think, hell nah, esports ain't sports, are you kidding? Don't misunderstand me though. The only reason this happens is because I think of people running around, catching balls and stuff when I think of sports. And I think of people sitting down playing video games when I think of esports. That's what comes to mind first. But really, they're both still competitions. Are esports sports? No, in my opinion they're not. Esports are esports. They should be respected as esports and not be directly compared to sports because, well, they're not sports. That's like comparing a dog to a cat and saying that the cat is worse just because it can't bark. Just because we don't run around constantly doesn't mean that we shouldn't be respected. Instead of pushing our bodies hard like sports, we push our brains hard. There is no less effort being put in to be a serious competitor in esports. It's just directed in different places. A dog isn't better than a cat because the cat can't bark. The cat can instead meow, I suppose. Each animal can do things that the other cannot, and they also share things that they can do as well. Sports and esports can exercise and test different aspects of ourselves, and they can provide entertainment, memories, and stories. Both of them have their ups and downs. They each have amazing players and events, and they each have their not so good and violent people and times. It's not better than sports, nor is it worse than sports. In my eyes, when someone asks if esports are sports, they're asking a really bad question. This has been what is happening for the past, who knows how many years. It is what we're faced with today. When asked that question, whoever is being asked either thinks of sports as sports or competitions. Like I've said, esports are not sports. They do not do the exact same things. But they're both competitions at their cores, and they should be both respected. I suppose to wrap this up, I'll recap on what we discussed today. First, most adults need to stop being ignorant and look at the facts. They need to stop labeling video games as a cesspool of negativity, violence, and pain. Okay, it's not all GTA. A vast majority of video games aren't like that. Esports aren't sports, but they are both competitions, which is where the resemblance lies. Finally, stop asking bad questions like, are esports sports? Or if you do, stop and clarify the meanings of gray areas in the question. Define sport. Don't just glance over it and argue. Thank you. Okay. Wow. That's my first time typing up a script and reading off of it. Yeah. I don't know about that one. We'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna have to edit a lot. Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit a lot. But seriously though, yeah, I wrote that, by the way. That was my writing. And, it was writing for this. It's not like I'm gonna post this somewhere. No, this is the post. This is the post. Yeah. Okay. Oh, now that's over. Speaking of esports, now I'm ranked 3rd. I don't know if you guys saw, I posted this on, Facebook and stuff. I was ranked 1st in the high school esports league for the PST and MST time zones. Let me look what they stand for. Pacific Standard Time, I think that's what it stands for. Yeah, Pacific Standard Time and MST, which I forget. I don't even know what that stands for. Hold on. Mountain Standard. Oh, what the? Mountain Standard Time? Okay, Pacific Standard Time and Mountain Standard Time. So basically those areas. I might put up a map. Yeah. So I was ranked 1st for Smash Ultimate in the high school esports league for that entire area. And now I'm ranked 3rd because people actually played their games. And, I have slightly worse results than the other 2 people. Yeah, so, I guess 3rd ain't bad, but I was ranked 1st, and I was really happy about that. I was, be doing something and I just, smile and just think about that. Break is basically over. It's Saturday today. Saturday before Sunday, before first day of school again. After spring break. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be posting another montage today or tomorrow because I just don't have the time for it. Tomorrow I have the Oakland Youth Symphony Orchestra again, of course. Nervous. A little bit, yeah. It's been a while since we've rehearsed. Yeah. So, that takes up, the entirety of my day. Or not the entirety, but, it's not enough time to make a montage. I had to edit this video and stuff, and, do other life stuff. So, maybe next weekend I'll make another one. But as of right now, actually, for the Mario and Cloud ones, I feel like my clips aren't good enough, and I don't have enough, clips in general. Or, I probably have enough to make it through, but it'd be kind of short. It'd be like 3.5 minutes long, or maybe just like 3, and that's just kind of short. You know, it's like the Kirby montage, but like without. Oh wait, yeah, it's like the Kirby montage, but like without Kirby dancing and all the clip dump. Yeah, which is kind of short. So I want to get more clips for both characters. And the Ike montage, it kind of falls under the same boat. I have slightly more clips, but like, I don't think that really any of them are good. I mean, I can make some jokes off of some of them, but like, they're not all that good. So, yeah. Those are one of them should hopefully come next week, if not 2 weeks from now. Yeah. Still nervous about Crush. Don't know how it's gonna happen. There is, at this point, I would say a good probability that she knows that I like her. And, I can't really say that the thought of that terrifies me, but it's certainly not, like, mellow feeling. It's kind of scary, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. And I'm still worried about my time and how it feels like I don't really have any time to do stuff despite having this massive break. I still feel like I need more time, which is actually terrible. That I have an entire week and I just, wow, yeah. I guess I won't ever escape that feeling, or at least not until summer. And even then, yeah. Yeah. I'm happy that people are watching my montages. Like, hold on. I have like a couple new subscribers that came that they said that their video was like popped up and it was like on the recommended feed. Like this, my montages were recommended to them by YouTube, which I'm just like, how the hell did that happen? I have no idea why my videos are being recommended to other people yeah. So, that blows my mind, honestly. And I have people making comments on my Falcon montage and my Kirby montage saying, like, they loved it and it was awesome, and, like, they're giving me compliments, and I'm just blown away. You know, like, some guys like, how do you not have more subs? I don't know, dude. Like, these are the videos I've been making. I don't make that many montages compared to everything else. So, like, yeah. And, yeah. I have 43 views right now in the Kirby montage and 35 in the Falcon montage. Personally, I like the Falcon montage more. Rivers in the Desert is just an awesome song. Yeah, so that's about it for me, I guess. Hope y'all have a good day. Wow, this isn't even that long a video. I thought that the whole eSports speech would take longer. Guess not. Whatever. Montage soon. Maybe. I'm dying for time. My crush is gonna kill me. Not really. No, she's not. But, like, I'm gonna die of stress. Not actually at all. Whatever. Fast outro, bye. And we haven't gotten past the first-person shooters at all. And we haven't even gotten past the first-person shooter. But the Mario games apparently have positive effects, including improved space. But the Mario games apparently have positive effects. This has been happening for the past, I don't even know how long. This has been happening. This has been what is happening. This has been what is happening for the past, who knows how many years, and is what we are faced with today. This has been happening, this has been what is happening for the past, I suppose to wrap this up, I'll recap on what we discussed today. I suppose to wrap this up, I'll recap on what we did. Esports aren't sports, but they're both competitions, which is where the Esports aren't sports, but they're both competitions, which is where the resemblance.